Greetings everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Martelis, and today, it's placed on my mind to learn to love with the limit. A lot of people, they don't know that you should love with the limit. Meaning, I'ma love you enough till it starts to kill me. I'ma love you enough till I start to deplete myself. See, we always want to love and love as we claim it till we can't love no more. Then we done killed ourselves by that time, by that moment, because we didn't learn when to let go. You pour into something till your cup is empty, then you ain't got nothing left in you. And by that time, that person, they're gonna throw you out like some trash for somebody else to pick up. See, it's very important that you learn to love with the limit. Some call having standards. I'm gonna give, but when it gets to this point, I'm pulling out. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know when to stop. That's why, it's one reason why a lot of people, they're walking around so angry and miserable, because they didn't know when to stop, when to say, you know what, I can't give you no more love because I love me more. Learn to love with a limit. I love you enough until I start to die, because I'm telling you, I done seen it. People be bitter for centuries. People hold on to this anger because one person drank their love and they never refilled their cup because they don't know how. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't even go seek how. When you learn to love with the limit, you will understand and find ways to love yourself more and better. It's not fair to, when I say this to people, it's not fair because people will use you until you get used up. And then they disregard you for someone else, to fix. But it's not nobody else's job but your job to fix you. Because if you learn to love with a limit, when something is not feeling right, or you find yourself, in a negative place, you be like, you know what? That's it. I'm gone. I'm out. And I'm not returning. The people love to hang in there and they stick in. And, you always hear people say, if you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Well, see, that's different. You know what I mean? Your worst is like being broke, but you're still open. You're not draining from nobody. People think, and they will use you as a doormat if you let them. But see, you don't have no boundaries on your love. You didn't hold yourself or others to a standard. I'ma love you, but when it gets to this point, gone. You know what I'm saying? I'ma love you enough, but when it gets to this, I'm letting go. Learn to love with the limit. Because if you don't, then you abuse love. And a lot of people abuse love. They go around and they sleep with random people and they just move on. It's like an entity, a bad entity. Just hops from person to person to person. Now a whole bunch of people is miserable. It's not my job to fix you. Remember that. It's not my job to fix you. Once I started to learn how to love with the limit, my days got better. Like I tell people, hey, I didn't do it. It's not my job to fix you. That is not my job to fix you, because I didn't do it. And you start holding people's standards because you start creating standards for yourself. That's a part of learning to love with the limit. And that's with many things in life. Friends, family, jobs, careers, anything. Even God says, be detached from everything. Even kids, you know what I'm saying? God said, be detached from everything. Be not of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Learn to love with the limit. It's okay. You can still love a person unconditionally, but I just may have to love you from over there. It's like energy vampires. It's people that too, they'll suck you dry if you let them. If you let them. And then at times people get mad because you didn't let them suck you dry. For what? You know, I once told this girl, I said, if I let you run me in the ground, I said, it's not fair for my parents to have to pick me up, because that's the first people going to get called. They got any family? You know, they're calling your mom and your dad, hey, you know, such and such is down here on this floor. And she can understand that. So I had to let her go. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair for me to let you run me in the ground just for, that's not fair to my parents. You know, that's not fair to nobody else. And at times when I was in my learning stage, and it was also brought to me that better leave her alone. And I was just open to receive. Better leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no, but I love her, man, please. If you love something, let it go. You know what I'm saying? If you really love something, let it go. And at times we need to learn how to love with the limit. You know what I'm saying? Learn to love with the limit. It's okay. Even your kids will drive you crazy. Even some people will try to play on your heartstrings just to keep you close. You know, we got this child together. But mentally, you about to go nuts. I used to tell my friends, I said, man, what good are you, bruh, to your kids if your mental ain't there? What good are you? What good are you to them if your mental is not there? What good are you? You're not good to nobody if your mental is not there, man. You know what I'm saying? Learn to love with the limit. It's okay. It's okay. Because at the end, you will save yourself, and then you will start to learn to love yourself better. And better will come to you. This is all a part of growth, and all a part of doing better, and all a part of learning. These things they don't teach you in school. You know what I'm saying? These things you probably don't even be taught within your own home. These are things you need to be reminded of to learning to love with a limit to everything. Be detached from everything. So nothing can control you. The enemy can't control you. Material things, everything. Learn to love with a limit. Because if you love yourself, then love will find you. And people will try to play on you. Oh, I can't believe you walking away. I'm walking away because I'm protecting me. What you think? You more important than me? I mean, imagine that. You think you more important than me? Because I love myself. See, when you start loving yourself, you start doing better. You start accepting better. Everything changes for you. It's a new world that you're walking into. And people will say, oh, I can't believe. Well, believe it. Believe it. Because you were killing me. This situation was killing me. I can't believe you walked away from that situation. The situation is killing me. And you can look at somebody and tell. You can look at them and tell. I left many things behind that I thought I needed, but I didn't. At least I could say I tried. You know, I put forth the effort. And then when everything didn't work out, the last resort, abort mission. Learn to love with the limit, or you will abuse love. And then when you abuse love, everything around you turns sour. Your blessing will come, and you will run your blessing away, all because you are abusing love now. And you walk around, oh, such and such did this, such and such did that. You wonder why nobody want to be around you. You wonder why you can't find nobody. You wonder why no good opportunities comes to you. Because you are abusing love now. You don't even love yourself. You forgot how to, you didn't even take time to even think, what am I doing? How is this feeling? How am I making this person feel? Because you didn't know how to love with the limit. It's very important. I mean, these are tools through life that you have to meditate on, that you have to really wake up in the morning and really play in your brain. Is this love? How is this making me feel? How do I like? What are my pros and cons from this? You know, what do I get from laying down with every Tom, Dick, and Harry? What do I get from laying down with every girl that's spreading their legs? That's not love. You know what I'm saying? You just depleting yourself. And you picking up what you think is love, but you picking up these bad energies and you walking around here all mind gone. Mad at the world for something you brought upon yourself. Check my other video that I said about accountability. You know what I'm saying? Hold yourself accountable. Learn to love with the limit. It's okay to learn to love with the limit. Sometimes you gotta learn. Sometimes even learning your parents, you gotta learn to love them with the limit. Okay, I'ma love you enough because I done took enough of your abuse that it stops now. You know what I'm saying? Any relationship, it doesn't feel good. It's not good. I don't like how it's making me feel. I'm not growing from this situation. Learn to love with a limit. You know, if you even think about a child, right? Child wake up in the morning, a pure child, and the first thing they do, they smile at you. You know, an infant, they're gonna cry because they're hungry, but once a child get better, they smile at you. They waking you up there. They want to cuddle with you. They want to bond. That's their way of expressing love. So when people say I was born this way, no, you wasn't. You wasn't born that way. You was born a pure light from God, from the Creator. You weren't born that way. Those are things you learned from somebody who didn't love themselves or somebody who loved themselves, where they displayed to you love, kindness. Are you displaying the same? And even if you don't get the love in return, it's okay. It's okay to give love. It's okay. Be pure. It's okay to give it. You know what I'm saying? But quit giving it to people who don't deserve it. And when you learn to love with the limit, then you're more selective of who you loving. I'm gonna be kind regardless of the situation. I love you, but this is a different form of love. I love you. I don't want to see you doing bad. I don't want to see you hurt. But at the same time, I love you enough to keep you away from me. And I love me enough to keep me away from you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're no good for my energy from the direction I'm going in. You know, like I was talking to a brother and I said to him, I said, man, when do we change? You know what I'm saying? We've been doing the same thing for X amount of years. When is enough enough? When do we wake up and say, you know what? I'm choosing better this time. I'm choosing better for me. And when you start to move in that direction, it's going to feel a little different. It's going to feel uncomfortable, right? People going to talk about you, oh, who you think you are, blah, blah. But that's just the Creator, God, clearing your path away. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the storm before you meet your calmness. It's like cleaning out a house, man. When you get a house, some people go in there and gut the whole house out because they wanna get to the root of the issue. They don't wanna just, cover everything up, because then eventually it's all gonna surface. They go in there and they gut the house out. Then they rebuild piece by piece, piece by piece. And then at the finishing, they can sit back and say, okay, this is where I want it. This is how it should be. And it's the same way with relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way you have to do when you taking care of your temple. You gonna start doing every different things, and people gonna be like, hey man, you don't come kick it no more. Well, I'm being still at the moment and I'm taking care of me. Don't fear that. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, you'll be a light to show others. And it's gonna do one or two things. People are gonna want to join you on your journey, on this journey, or people gonna depart from you on this journey of learning to love with the limit. Because by telling them no, you walking in your path that you supposed to. You know, I love you enough to walk away from you. That's what I used to tell people. I love you enough to walk away from you. As soon as you start draining me and pulling away from me, that's a sign. Because I love me enough to not take me through that. That's self-love. That's self-care. That's learning to love with the limit. That's putting you first. You know, when you was young and know better, you may have woke up and drunk some pop. You might have did that for 20 years. And then you realize what pop is doing to your body. Then you start waking up and drinking water. But in that transition, you may go grab some water and be like, this don't taste right. Yeah, because your taste buds is messed up. And we're going to get to that food too, because that's another topic. The poison you eating is why everything in here is off balance. And why your temple is cluttered and foggy and you can't move right, you can't see right. You angry all the time. You don't know how to love, dude, because what you eat is throwing all this off. You react to small things, just catch your attention and you react and get mad and pissed off. You have no discipline.